Anxiety often creates this feeling of being disconnected or detached from reality. It can make it feel like you're observing your own life through some sort of veil or glass wall, and everything seems foggy, dreamlike, or even distorted. This is called derealization or depersonalization, and it's profoundly unsettling. So today, let's discuss why you're experiencing this sensation and how to get rid of it so you don't ever have to experience it again. Let's dive in. Hey friend, before we jump in, I know anxiety can make you feel absolutely miserable, and it can seem to torture you until all the excitement and enjoyment is drained from your life. I know because I've been there. I've been endlessly tortured by anxiety, panic attacks, derealization, and just about every other symptom of anxiety. But here's the thing, I fully recovered from anxiety, and you can too. You simply need to implement systems to lose your fear of anxiety and allow your nervous system some time to desensitize. I've put a breakdown of the system that I used to overcome anxiety in the link below. It's called the 5-step cure to anxiety and panic attacks. And it's the same system that I teach my clients to allow them to fully recover and return to a normal life. All right, here's the story I like to tell about derealization and depersonalization. So in a mentor meeting with one of my clients, Michelle, she told me about a recent trip to the local grocery store. She was walking down the aisles with her 2-year-old daughter, and as she looked around at the shoppers and the things on the shelves, everything looked fake. She suddenly felt like she was in some sort of virtual simulation rather than in real life. She felt disconnected from reality. And what this did is it put her on the verge of a complete breakdown in the grocery store. And that's because she wanted nothing more than to snap out of it, so she could feel present with the rest of the world and, most importantly, with her daughter. Michelle was suffering from a common symptom of anxiety, derealization. Many anxiety sufferers, including myself, experience this same disturbing symptom. First off, I don't want you to worry if you're experiencing this sensation. It is just another one of the intense and bizarre symptoms created by your overactive nervous system. In fact, here's how I want you to think about derealization. Think of your mind like a computer. And when it's faced with too many processes or when it's overheating, it's going to slow down or even go into some sort of safe mode in order to protect itself. In the same way, when you're faced with ongoing and sometimes overwhelming anxiety, your brain can create a sense of detachment from the immediate environment. What that's doing is it's creating a buffer to protect you from fully experiencing more anxiety-triggering input or stimuli. That's it. Derealization is your brain trying to protect you. And that's okay, because this sensation is temporary. It's a temporary response to a period of high stress and anxiety. And it's going to go away. We just need some time to allow the stress hormones in your body to decrease. So yes, you're going to get back to normal, I promise. With me, when I had anxiety, I had extremely intense derealization. My derealization would come and go each day, but I remember one particular episode where I'd taken our dog to the park for a walk, and as I'm looking around the trees and the path, everything looked fake. This was absolutely terrifying because, like Michelle, I wanted to snap out of it. I wanted to feel normal again and be present in the moment as I'm, walking through the park. And I was so terrified that I kept worrying that this was a sign of something much worse than anxiety. I even went to the step of asking my doctor if I should get a brain scan, thinking I must have a brain tumor or something wrong with me. But I want you to understand that derealization is just another symptom of anxiety. So, assuming you've been checked out by your doctor, you can feel confident that it's not a sign of a deeper medical issue. That alone is going to bring you a lot of relief. The next step is learning how to respond to it. Okay, the key to overcoming derealization is to not fight against it. Don't try to fight to get rid of it or force it to go away. That doesn't work. Instead, I want you to make light of it. So, whenever you experience derealization, I want you to see it as fun and exciting. Say to yourself, great, this is cool. I feel a bit intoxicated and I didn't even have anything to drink. By doing this, you remove the fear of the sensation. So instead of getting afraid of derealization and making it worse, you're seeing it as a fun experience. What that does is it creates a massive shift in how you perceive the experience. And it's going to remove a lot of the fear associated with the derealization. All right, but what if that response is not enough? What if your derealization is still bothering you? Then I want you to implement step number 4 of the fearless approach and begin encouraging anxiety. Do this by putting a smile on your face and saying something like, go ahead, make me feel even more out of it. Trying to make your derealization worse sounds counterintuitive, and it is. But it is an incredibly effective tool because when you encourage it to get worse, you are signaling to your brain that you're not afraid of the derealization and the sensations that you're experiencing. That'll dramatically weaken the fear that you have towards it. On top of this, I want you to periodically remind yourself that derealization is temporary. It's not permanent and you're not stuck this way. It's a phase that's going to pass as you recover from anxiety. Also, make sure you keep living your life even when you're experiencing derealization. Don't let it stop you from doing the things you enjoy. The more you continue with your daily activities, the more your brain is going to understand that there's no real danger. Ultimately, however, getting rid of derealization requires recovering from anxiety. That needs to be the real focus. And for that, I have the 5-step cure to anxiety and panic attacks in the link below. It's going to show you the recovery process so you can fully overcome your anxiety once and for all and get back to thinking and seeing things clearly. All right, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you can get notified when each new episode comes out. I'll see you on the next episode.